Okay, so this is for tonight. Yes. But these are the ones for tonight. Thank you. I'm gonna slide this under here. These are the ones that need a second signature, but no hurry.
North America and Eastern Seaboard.
Of course. Oh, interesting.
Mark,
All right, so that's where you check to see if anybody's chatted with questions or anything. Okay, I doubt anybody will. Just in case, you just check the clarify tab down here. See it. Okay. To your action.
All righty, well, it is 6 o'clock, so let's get this party started. I'll call the meeting to order. And let's rise to the pledge. If you have a flag in your home, feel free to pledge your allegiance to it. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Has everyone had a chance to view and review the minutes? Does anyone have any thoughts about said minutes?
Oh, I have one.
Okay.
It says absent, but I did email, so shouldn't be excused.
Okay, I was gonna ask Ron, I don't know if it would be okay. If you could just not, if you're not gonna be here, if you just want to email me.
Okay.
Not that we don't talk, but that way we know
Right.
it doesn't get lost in translation.
Okay.
And I should have asked him, it was a blip on the radar, and I wasted a good notion, I apologize.
That's okay.
Okay, thank you. Any other amendments to that? All right, can I have a motion to approve the minutes as amended? Can I get a second?
And
Okay,
and
so Phyllis and Ann in that order. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Wait, are you raising your hands because you oppose or because you're eyeing? And there's a lag. Oh, okay. Okay, you approved. Awesome. Thank you. All right, treasurer's reports. Jack?
speaks for itself. Anybody got any questions? We're doing good as always.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
If not, I move it.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It passes. All right, report of the unpaid bills.
Okay, Central Library, 2,348.95.
Wait a minute.
Where are we?
Oh, you mean the
He
the
gave-
central leverage is, okay, yeah. And then the general fund is the 33,488.31. Does anyone have any questions about any of those bills?
Well, I have the question about auto insurance reimbursement. What, is that something the library does for its employees?
It's a contractual thing. If the employee drives their vehicle regularly for the library district, they get a reimbursement of $195 per year.
So like if they're doing the book drop-offs kind of deal?
Yes,
Okay,
they have to have $100,000/$300,000 coverage.
Interesting, yeah. I hadn't noticed it over years, but
This year, we have more people asking for it.
yeah.
But I will be honest with you, it's something I want to clarify with CSEA as to what regularly means in their definition.
Oh, Okay.
All right, any other questions? Can I get someone to move the bills?
Oh,
Okay, can I get a second?
there.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? All right, the bills are approved as distributed. Correspondence,
Nothing, we got a check from New York State. $78,300. That's the 90% for the parking lot. That's it.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, for president's report, I have basically nothing. I don't think there's anything pretty much, I know that Penny and Ann had gone to the Octagon Fair, but I'm gonna ask them to speak about that when we get to the Advocacy Committee. So I don't really have anything else. Ron,
Okay. Something I want to share. It worked when I did it in the office.
Oh, what are you selling us?
I wanted to, because I don't think everybody saw the personnel actions.
That's right. I did get,
well, we can read them aloud if that makes life easier.
I did get.
So for the personnel actions, there are two new hires, Logan White and Karen Thorpe, and they are both part-time library pages.
Okay.
And are they promotions from within or are they entirely new?
Entirely new.
Okay. And then there's Connie Ogilvy is going up to a step 15 on her 15th year anniversary.
Wow.
And Brittany Moyer is going from part-time library clerk to step 5 part-time library clerk.
Those are contractual.
And those are contractual. So tell us about Logan and Karen.
Karen is at Horseheads.
Okay.
She seems to be working out well. I haven't really talked with Logan all that much.
Logan seems great as well. Yeah, he seems like a very nice young man, very glad to be here. I think he has prior library experience. I think he's been from Waverly, and I think he worked at the Waverly Library, and is just really glad to be here, which is
Great.
nice. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And Karen was very enthusiastic too. She's a very devout library patron, so she was excited for the opportunity as well.
Okay, cool. Does anyone have any questions about these folks or about what we're doing? Okay, I move that we approve the personnel actions. Can I get a second? Okay, Kevin seconds. All in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, the personnel actions have been approved.
Okay.
Ron,
Give me a second, please.
okay,
We need approval, formal approval of the Horseheads project. Just to give you an idea, the building permit has been secured. The gas and power lines are marked. And if the weather is still mild, construction could start this fall.
well,
But you
what
need
if
to
the weather
formally
is
approve.
not still
Then it'll be in the spring.
on? Okay,
So you need to vote to authorize the.
anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? Can I get a motion to approve?
Approve.
Okay, can I get a second? Okay, Jack, Kevin, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we approved the Horseheads Pavilion project. Ron, you had an additional consent item you wanted to bring up.
Oh, I had it on here. That's what's irritating me. I did it earlier to make sure everything came up and it ain't working now.
I think he had it there just a second ago.
Yeah, but it's only the 2 files. I had 6 different files I wanted to show.
Okay. You have the list of recycled or stuff to be recycled. I thought that we had to vote on that.
Yeah,
Oh, there's
It's on the
6
bottom.
right there.
it came up.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Now I look like an idiot. That's okay. It happens all the time. These are the recycling, the computer equipment we're asking to recycle. We recycle it as e-waste. I'm not sure who's doing it this time. Usually there was a place up by the mall. We used to take everything there. Still there.
Yeah.
So that's where it'll go. So I would need your permission to recycle or to discard all of this and send it for recycling.
I assume you have, replacements and
Yes.
that's why it's all going in the trash.
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions, thoughts, what have you? How much does it cost us to do this recycling? Do we need to put that bill in advance or?
No. I don't have a fee for it.
Okay,
I didn't think we paid.
Yeah, I think it's only like TVs or something you have to pay. for.
Yeah, TVs you have to
Yeah.
pay for. Yeah, I don't ever remember seeing a bill.
We should React, is that the name of the place?
React,
Read
yes,
that.
it's React.
Read that.
Okay,
Yeah, so cross from the country.
yes.
Right.
Okay. We haven't used them in a couple of years, that's why I can't remember.
They were closed for a while. I think.
I think so.
all right. Does anyone, I move that we recycle the recycling.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Could you bring up the screen so we can see whether or not the folks who are on the Zoom? Aye. You guys, aye? All right, thank you. Any opposed? All right, we shall recycle.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you needed to bring up, Ron?
He's got those 5.
I've got some other things. I didn't know if you saw the circulation by month.
No,
Okay. Right now, we're on pace to hit 288,000 for this year. Last year, we hit 259,000. So it's up a little bit. I think what's still holding us back is the lack of in-house programs. We're still not doing it. I've been talking to Pauline Emery from Corning. They're not doing in-house programs. So I think we're doing the right thing. Questions?
These are circulation.
Yes.
Okay.
Circulation
That's pretty,
figures.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, but you see how far down we are from 2019.
500,
And library usage as a whole across Southern Tier has been declining. So obviously COVID has impacted it, but it wouldn't have surprised me if we were in the 490s this year. So if
I
COVID
didn't hear
didn't,
what you said. It wouldn't surprise you.
it would not have surprised me if, without COVID, if we were in the 490s this year. That wouldn't have been a surprise at all.
So,
It's still-
there's currently no guidance on when we reopen for in-person programs. Is that correct?
There is no guidance, not from New York State. Again, it's up to us. But we've been extremely careful. Teen Space has had a couple programs. She's 10 kids at a time. They're in there, the doors are closed and they wear the masks. So that's okay. Vanton is doing a parade for the young kids, costume parade. So that's realistically about the only live programs we've had recently. Everything else is still being done online.
Okay.
Okay.
How do the staff feel about that? Do they want to get back into the programming or are they like, please God, keep the public away from us?
They seem to be comfortable with the status quo.
Okay.
So,
We do have a lot of prepared things for the kids. You've probably seen the schedule for October. And each library has got things you can go in and take out and do whatever to
So there are things.
Yeah, like last month here at Steel, they had wood block pumpkins. I think this month here at Steel, it's the lighting up jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah,
So, and if you look, each branch has their own.
yeah. All ideas. Okay, thank you.
It's time for the central library plan to be approved. I will send it out to you tomorrow. This is a draft copy. It came about as a result of the Directors Advisory Council meeting with anybody who wanted to put input into the document. Southern Tier Library System has approved this. They need our approval. So I will, like I said, I'll send it to you tomorrow. I would like you to be prepared to vote on it at the executive committee meeting, assuming we have a quorum. Okay, so I will send you that out. Can't see that. This is our cost share.
Oh,
ILS cost share, Chemung County. We're going up like everybody else, 4% for 2022. So our cost will be $113,047. For those of you who are new, the cost share covers things such as the online catalog. It covers delivery. Some cataloging for us, because usually everything we get is typically.
does everybody understand when he says cost share that it's what we have to send to STLS?
Oh, yes, it's what we send to STLS on an annual basis. They pay them for their services. It used to include it used to include all our processing, but it no longer does. And then, again, it's the
And
big
what
service.
was it last year?
Last year was $108,283. It's gone up 4%. And this, what you see here is only 2020 through 2022. They'll come out with a new cost share document for 2023 through 2025.
And this isn't something we have to approve. This is what it is.
This is what it is. Here's our digital costs. Everybody pays $1 for each book downloaded. It goes into the fund of purchasing more ebooks. What's nice about it is, of all these monies collected, Chemung County receives 30% for our selectors to put or add to the collection. So we do have a good amount of input on what is purchased with these funds. Again, it is what it is. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All righty.
We used to get, the selectors, how much they each got for each type of material.
Yeah, we still do that.
Can we see that?
Can you send out the monthly book budget?
Sure.
You'll get a document, the monthly book budget. You can see what we've spent, and it's broken down into fiction, nonfiction, kids fiction, nonfiction. If you have any questions, just please let me know. Would you put a note out there too, please? Thank you. The only other thing I have
John
is,
said that they're not seeing a screen. Can they hear the meeting? I didn't know if we were in,
we should be in sharing.
if we were,
Yeah, we
legal then.
I think you shared it and you unshared it. So
Oh.
what is-
You know what, it happened when I clicked down here, so maybe that's not working.
Let's try share again.
See if it works.
It's delayed, but I can still.
Exactly what I did before.
It looks like it's somehow it got pushed on.
You'll be getting these documents electronically, so if you didn't see them,
Sorry for the.
oh, thank you,
Okay, thank you.
you can let us know.
So,
Ask if they have are seeing what you.
Did you guys see what was on the screen as far as the cost share, the central library plan? Oh, good, okay.
oh, okay,
Wait,
so,
some are
Carl
saying
said
yes
no.
and some are saying no.
Bonnie said.
Bonnie said no.
Carl said no as well.
Okay, I'll send the stuff out to you, everything out to you in an email tomorrow. The only thing that really is actionable is the central library plan. That's it.
all right, on the committee reports, you all saw the executive committee meeting minutes. Does anyone have any questions about them? All right, you don't need to approve the minutes, right? Or do you?
No.
No, okay. Oh, you?
Of
Of the meeting minutes. of the-
No.
Okay. All right, if no one has any questions about the executive committee report, then we'll move on to the budget and finance report. Jack,
See our report, 5-minute meeting.
okay,
All there.
it's a quick meeting. All right, buildings and grounds. Carl,
Ron, do you just want to give an update? Has anything happened since the striping?
Okay, they were supposed to start at the beginning of this week, the new sidewalk and the ramp in the back. They obviously haven't come. I'm gonna send them I'll send them an email tomorrow to check. Again, I don't have an updated date for you and I apologize. I meant to do that today. As far as the parking lot, I originally told you we had requested $56,000 from New York State. Well, when I got the paperwork from New York State, we're getting $87,000.
so we'll have to like make the project a little more intense so we can.
Well, actually, the project is more intense because we have the
Because of
sidewalk.
Sidewalk, right?
Yeah. Apparently what happened is STLS did not get the amount of project requests that they were anticipating. So there was money left over. So fortunately, he gave it to us.
Nice.
So I thank Brian for that.
Great. So the tables and chairs for the break room have arrived.
They are now set for the 28th, I believe it is, next Wednesday.
So are they on one of the shipping containers off of the porch?
They must be,
And then we received a check for $78,300. That's the 90% of the parking lot grant.
Okay.
Upon the completion of the project, we will get reimbursed the other 10%. That's it.
All right, I don't have anything else.
Thank you both. Personnel committee, we didn't meet. Election committee, Phyllis.
We did. And Sue Cook has everything in motion. We're in good shape. The last time I saw Muriel, who was running for Ann, and she said she was gonna come tonight.
She was, she intended to, but Chuck has COVID
Oh, no.
as of day before yesterday, so she didn't feel that she could, she doesn't know yet what her test shows.
Yes.
He's the sick one, so he's back home. I'm sorry, I had paperwork printed out for her to read. and She said, don't come over, don't come over. So, I don't know if this is gonna work or not.
Well, hopefully she'll know whether or not she has COVID by the time the election rolls around.
Oh, she'll know, but it's just, you know, it's one thing after another. It's- There's no computer there. Maybe we can get Robin back to serve for big us. She's still in the area.
Nice got me back, so
Yeah.
possible.
That's right.
Speaking of, You and Carl are both gonna be writing, so be sure to write yourselves
Yes.
in
And get
and get
someone.
some, and get at least 2 other people to write you in as
Yeah.
well. Speaking of Ron, I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for, but you live in my district
Oh.
and you work in this building.
All right, I'll think about it.
I'm set, I just need to vote for myself and I'm good. Okay.
Well,
It wouldn't hurt a few other.
Well, I
people.
know, but if worse comes to worse,
Yeah.
I'm okay with just me.
Well,
Did you, as long as no one else writes, then you announce it.
Oh,
yeah, that's what you worry about, yeah.
Yeah, but one year, last year, I think we had somebody else wrote themselves in
Uh-huh.
and we had a tie.
Yeah.
So if you can think of another person who can easily go, it would not be a bad. Okay.
Where are you, in Morrison?
No, I'm right here, 11.
Can I interrupt on the COVID note?
Yeah.
First of all, I want to apologize because I was 15 minutes late to the meeting. So I had COVID last year and I don't really talk about it, but I didn't log in tonight on time because I'm in an infusion center. I have to get infusions every 2 weeks since I've had COVID. And this is the first time it's interrupted with the meeting and I couldn't get on the Wi-Fi here. And I wanted to apologize to everyone for that.
That's a shame.
thank you for letting us know. I'm sorry you have to go through that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It keeps me healthy, so I'm okay with that. But I wanted to apologize because I was late to this meeting and that wasn't fair. So thank you.
Is that every 2 weeks you go?
Yeah, I've been going every 2 weeks since last April.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
What
not
are
easy
they
for everybody.
What are
I
they
have
infusing?
I get some infusions to help my kidneys process some stuff because my kidneys were really affected by COVID. However, I am much better.
Could I remind you, this meeting is being taped and will be
That's
put
okay.
on the
That's
Facebook.
okay. I know that.
Just
That's
so
okay.
you're
I
aware.
know that. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Oh,
Anything else that we discussed for the election committee?
No, I guess everybody who's running knows it's November 2nd. And Sue has all the signs on the website at Steel, at Big Flats, Horseheads, and on the community calendar. So she's advertising it like mad, so that's good. And of course, we also have the thing on the budget on the election. And so please, everybody turn the ballot
Yes.
over and vote yes. I've always had my daughter who had access to the BOCES employees, that means all the school districts. She sent out an email to them telling them all to vote for it, but this year she's retired. So we have one less advocate.
So the Chemung County Historical Society sends out a weekly newsletter on Monday. The Monday before the election day, we will be putting
Good.
a notice in that and saying, telling people to vote and reminding them to come here to vote for their district.
Can anybody who can think of any way to get your friends, neighbors, whatever, to vote yes for the budget? That's pretty important.
yeah, I will mention it at their meeting on the 28th. So that's, I'm sure big lots of people will vote
Sue
for it.
did say if anybody still wants an absentee ballot for anyone, to let her know their name and address and she'll send it out.
Right, she also indicated that there are absentee ballots available at the reference desk upstairs. And that due to the fact that the mail has been slow lately, it's better if you are asking for a ballot to be mailed out to do it tomorrow or Monday at the latest to ensure that it gets there and back.
Carl, you've got yourself and somebody I hope are gonna vote at Steel or Horseheads.
Yep, I've got, I think, 4 or 5 people. So,
Oh, great. Good. Okay.
because last time I had 4 or 5 and a couple of them had some technical difficulties, so.
Sounds like we're set then.
Yes.
Okay. Advocacy Committee, if you would like to talk about your adventures, Penny?
Sure.
We're really not a committee yet, but we will.
But this is the perfect place for it.
Perfect place for it.
Yeah.
So Ann and I and Betsy,
Lorman.
got together on Saturday in the rain. And we didn't have a huge crowd, but we did have some.
Yeah.
We had lots of flyers, brochures, programming. Thank you to Holly for the pencils. The pencils went over great.
We still have a few in the return.
We had some items from the Tinker Lab and just kind of getting the word out there. We had a map that showed everybody the districts and where everybody was at. We had a poster that said, "Turn your ballot over." So hopefully, just to kind of remind people, even though they may already have a library card, they maybe frequent the library, but they don't necessarily think about their ballots. So we had included that.
We had this nice pull-up sign for CCLD, and the tablecloth was very visible. I don't know if anybody saw the two of us sitting at the table, but
I have to remember sending a picture out for you. I have a picture of Ann and Betsy at the table, so
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very rainy. They were troopers.
a lot of people with umbrellas and several past trustees stopped by and knew what we were about.
But it was just, I think, a good opportunity to just kind of remind people that we're here.
Yeah.
And what we have available.
Penny was nice enough to come and bring us a canopy, so we weren't in the direct rain, but she put together something for us. That's great.
Okay, thank you both for doing that, and Betsy as well. That's great. Is there any reason to enter into an executive session?
Not at this time.
Okay, so we're skipping executive session. Is there any old business? No old business? Okay, is there any new business? Yes.
I got a new grandson.
Oh. Grandson have a baby?
Odin after the Norse god.
Oh.
And they live in Horseheads, so I know which of my grandchildren will be the most spoiled.
Oh, funny.
Congrats.
How nice.
And on the other step, one of our past board members, Jared Myers, died this month.
Oh.
Yeah, some of you know him.
I move that we send his spouse, his widow, Suzanne, a condolence card. Can I get a second? All in favor? Any opposed?
Phyllis, do you know how the last name was spelled? Was it M-E-Y or M-Y?
M1.
Holly or Ron or whichever one of you wants to handle that, could you make that happen, please?
Yep.
Thank you very much. Two of our board members who are absent this evening also recently lost their parents, or a parent each. So at this time, I would like to express my condolences to them. I don't know if we would also like to send cards from the board as a whole for that. Can I get a motion? All right. And then there were a bunch of people with hands up, so I'll let you duke it out when you get the second. All in favor? Any opposed? All right.
Can we know, is it Pam?
It was Pam and
Pam's mother?
Pam's mother and Martha's mother died yesterday.
Oh, Martha's. Oh,
And that's why she is absent.
Oh, that's a shame. What was her name?
Uh,
Was she from the area?
also don't know that she was currently living in, well, she was living in Phoenix, so that's where,
Oh,
all right, is there any other new business?
The Big Flats Library did win in the parade.
Yeah, excellent, congrats to
Yeah,
that.
so we've been celebrating and congratulating them this week. It's always nice to share good news.
Yeah.
Michelle said it was a lot of fun. They enjoyed the experience.
they did a nice job. Lots of balloons and book cards to hand out.
Okay, cool. Any other new business?
I will be adjourned.
Wait, we have to go through public expression. You had your hand up, Phyllis?
I just wanted to say, from now on, or we can even start tonight, but at each meeting, can we just say one service of the library so that we all know, and that month try to get people to be aware of that service?
Okay,
We used to have somebody from the staff come and tell about one service, but with COVID, that just died.
Yeah.
Right after we got.
Well,
it
and
started.
also, when we used to be able to go to all the different branches, I mean, getting to hear from the librarians at each branch was nice.
I don't know how much longer you want to keep meeting here. So when we make the
For a
schedule for
while,
next
while
year,
we've got, we're rated high still, right?
Yeah.
We're very high.
Room.
So I mean, to be blunt, this is the only place if we're gonna do the Zoom meeting that we can do it.
Yeah,
Well, and also there's just more room to spread out
Yeah.
here.
I think this is the smartest
So
way
we
to
have
go
to-
for a while, but I.
Yeah.
But I do agree with Phyllis that the idea of having, because especially if this is streaming and available to the public, then it gets that out in addition to us being more aware of it.
Okay.
So do you guys have anything loaded to go tonight or?
No,
No, okay.
Do you have any suggestions for the next meeting?
well, honestly, the Thursday night is Maggie's night. So I would probably have her come down and talk about genealogy and local history.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
That'd be
all right.
great. She could do it.
The Historical Society has been sending out a picture of the, what happened in this date, 1921. It's
Oh,
really pretty fascinating. And one of the things they had this week was, we were in the fair or something, the state fair.
That is not us. Who's sending that out, I don't believe, or at least I'm not involved in that.
Oh, I'm getting it.
you mean the Chemung County, booklet that we get? Is that what you're thinking of?
No, it's from the newspaper.
Oh, from the newspaper.
Yeah, that's not us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I don't know, I'm getting it from somebody, I thought it was the Chemung County.
I wish, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. I want in on that email.
It mentioned the library, that's why I was, and I have one more thing and then I'll shut up. One of my friends from the Dutchess County Library sent me their newsletter. And I just thought it was so impressive. I was amazed. They also pay a lot more taxes to their library. I think they call it Mid-Hudson. And if anybody wants to look at this is what they send out once a month.
In the mail to people?
Yes,
That's crazy.
We used to do,
I know, but these days.
however,
it's
we stopped
expensive.
it right when I came here. 4 issues every year was $27,000.
Oh, wow. Wow. So that explains why we're not
And
doing
I'm sure
it.
it's a lot more now.
But if anybody wants to see what some other library is doing there.
Yeah.
Kind of comparable area anyway.
Okay, thank you. Is there any public to express stuff? Does someone's cats on Zoom want to jump in? Okay,
One thing I must mention though, as
All right.
part of public expression, I guess, when I was at the library today, I came out and 4 ladies from the women's club were going to meet in our little, cute little covered pavilion outside and do their planning for next year's meetings.
at
At Big Flats. At Big Flats. I thought, well, it's not nice. It's a beautiful day. And it was good weather. It was perfect, a perfect spot. They didn't have to go in with masks. They just sat at, we had 2 long tables out there with some chairs and really, it's a great spot. I don't believe they had to reserve it even. But, that's all I
Well,
have
that's
to
good
say.
for people to know that they can use the
Yeah,
pavilion even in a meeting.
still some good weather ahead, I think.
Well, there you go. That's the service for Phyllis's thing.
Yeah.
Good job.
And we'll soon we'll have one at Horsehead. All right. Jack, would you like to make your motion again?
Motion to adjourn.
Can I get a second? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, thank you all for coming. Have a great month and I'll see you in
Holly,
November.
Remember,